Good morning. You find me in Birchwood again, nearly 6 months after my summer solstice film. Now, 6 months later, it's nearly the midwinter solstice. It's the Thursday before the midwinter solstice, which is, I think, it's Wednesday next week. And I suspect that there is a midwinter solstice sunrise alignment with the Birchwood monolith. The trees have now defoliated, so sight lines should be improved. And in about 10 minutes time, I'm hoping to be able to see the sunrise along Birchwood Boulevard in alignment with the Birchwood monolith and its little type 1 hingiform embankment. So I'm going to be loitering in -8 temperatures next to a busy trunk road, Birchwood Way, which goes over the M6, and hopefully observing something special with town planning, solar alignments, and one of the ancient monuments. Cool. And there, exactly as thought. You have the sun rising along the length of Birchwood Boulevard, in line with the standing stone, in line with the aperture in its southeast facing bank. The Birchwood monolith has a winter solstice sunrise alignment. Undoubtedly. Oh, look at that! And now I have no doubt about the midwinter solstice sunrise alignment. It's actually on the exact line it would be for the solstice in 5 days time. Now the interesting thing is that the midwinter solstice sunset is on alignment of the left of the southwest facing point of the stone. The summer solstice sunrise is on alignment of the right hand northeast facing part of the stone, 47 degrees northeast. So that axis, midwinter solstice sunrise, that axis, midwinter solstice sunset, that axis, midsummer solstice sunrise, and axis pointing away, but we can't observe it because of the height and the foliage of the trees at the time, the midsummer solstice sunset. So there we are, aligned on all the cardinal directions for the solstices. Absolutely magnificent. I'm really thrilled. So as I said in my summer solstice sunset video from here, why does it matter? What is the significance of this? Why I think this matters, why I think this is important, is because in the middle of everyday life, of everyday patterns, people going to work, going to school, coming to the offices, the travel of Birchwood Way behind me, there's the M6 not far in that direction. It's just everyday life going on, and there's these patterns. But here we have a node, a place, a conduit where you can contemplate the grand patterns of our planet, the Earth's wobble, the seasons. It's just a place of contemplation, of connection, of reflection. And here's a thing going on at the moment which would happen for the summer solstice sunset, but we can't see because of the height of the trees. Obviously the sun's just risen behind the camera, southeast, but pointing northwest, we have now the shadow of the stone cutting through the bank, pointing towards the northwest. So there you see it, yeah. Then walking around to the southeast facing side for the summer solstice sunset, that shadow would be being cast through there down Birchwood Boulevard. Magnificent. So there we have had a very pleasing, successful morning observing that. Ideal conditions, the timing, work, Christmas preparations don't permit me to come on any other day, so it had to be today. But as it turns out, the alignment is what it would be for the solstice anyway. So I'm a very happy bunny about this. And got some nice pictures of the shadow, which will help inform showing the summer solstice sunset shadow penetration of the aperture of the henge, and like the celestial marriage, celestial consummation for the next year. And welcome back to Birchwood Monolith, hopefully for sunset. Hadn't intended being here today for sunset. It's hopefully going to be seeing some of my kids to have a Christmas nosh up with them. But owing to train strikes, overhang, and the weather problems on the rail networks, I got to Bank Quay Station and all the services onwards were being cancelled. So I've got the bus back, and maybe this may give me some consolation for not seeing two of my kids before Christmas. Yeah, I'm quite disappointed. But anyway, we got to have the sun dropping down behind the monolith to the southwest there. The proximity of buildings and the height of trees and a pylon are going to make observing it go under the horizon difficult, but I think it will be able to be implied sunset in 20-30 minutes time. 10 minutes before sunset, pretty sure I'm not going to actually be able to see the sun go beneath the horizon owing to buildings and trees in the right direction. But anyway, I'm glad I've been here to observe that for myself, and also know that the stone has an alignment whether or not one is able to observe it for other things, because it shows the intent of the site. Okay, I'm going to call it a day. Can't see the sun setting in that direction just because of the trees in the way. I have to step way off to the side to actually see the sun getting lower and lower, and by the time it's about to disappear from the horizon, it'd be really concealed by trees in that direction. So maybe 6 months time I'll be back here to observe the mid-summer solstice sunrise about in that direction. But again, look at the height on those trees. So as soon as the sun is popping over the horizon, those trees in full leaf by then will be covering over the sunrise. So the sun's going to swung round a bit more before it will be visible over the top of the trees. But anyway, I've established that the solstitial alignments to this monolith aren't imagined by myself, as enthusiastic as I am, but are actually real things. So I bid you all the best for Yule, for the midwinter solstice, and I look forward to giving you further updates on Neolithic and Bronze Age sites, as well as modern menhirs and stone circles like this one. Got to give it bonus points having a frosty surrounds as well, because we don't often get it this cold for this long in England, and before Christmas either in recent years. So thank you, Birchwood Monolith. Thank you to you.